Alright. Hello, welcome back to Mountain Blade Brytenwalda. We are currently fighting a battle against a group of, deserters. I don't recall what they are. I think they're medium infantry, which is kind of unfortunate considering that we aren't medium infantry and we're likely to lose this battle, which would be horrible. Unless there's not very many of them. I don't remember how many there are. I think there were maybe like 20-ish. And if you don't remember from before, I am watching on extremely low resolution because I'm watching it in Windows Movie Maker and using the narration feature to make sure that the audio is synced because I'm doing post-commentary because I didn't have a microphone when I was recording this video. But I recorded it nonetheless because I was like, I want to play this game, right? And I just want to finish this dang campaign, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it a campaign because that's really what it is. Because I really just want to finish this campaign. And I'm like, well, you know, I mean, if I just play it a bunch, I'm gonna finish it, right? You know, that is how it works. So, I'm playing it a bunch, and now I have a bunch to commentate, which I don't really mind. It's just, you know, it just takes twice as long to make a video that you have to commentate and such. And now I'm gonna have my infantry and cavalry charge, because I don't want my archers to take too many casualties. And because, I mean, this is as good a time as any, really, for my infantry to charge. There aren't actually very many of them. They're not as many as I was afraid that there were going to be, of course, and they're not as strong as I was afraid they're going to be. We're actually going to win pretty easily here. I was afraid that they might, you know, just slaughter all of my troops, but that is not the case. Yeah. Okay, another thing I've noticed is I really need to improve my one-handed weapon skill, because right now my attacks are super slow compared to other people's. I mean, I can still, of course, attack them because you just need to do it. I mean, a lot of it is just doing it right. But I have noticed that my attacks are slower, and I do have the disadvantage sometimes when I'm fighting with people just because of how slow my attacks are. And the reason is, of course, because I don't have very high, weapon master skill. So I can't increase my one-handed proficiency normally. So instead I have to fight to increase my one-handed weapon proficiency, but I don't fight very much, which is an issue. And we got some good troops there, and some good number of prisoners, which is always very nice to have, because they bring it... I mean, I would say most of my money in this game that I've gotten, in this game, meaning Brytenwalda, has come from prisoners. And actually, maybe in the main game, too, I'm thinking about it, because a lot of money comes from prisoners. Prisoners are great money, especially in this game, where there's, like, not a single prisoner worth less than 50 gold, or shillings. And especially when they're worth like however much they are. Sometimes the max I've ever seen is 253, which is a ton of gold to get for just one for just capturing one person, which is, I mean, it's great, honestly. I'm very glad that is a way to make money in this game, because otherwise I would have no money. Yeah, we're just resting this so we can get the morale bonus. But anyway, yeah, I would have no money if I couldn't sell prisoners. I would have pretty much no money. It's actually, I've only once ever in this game had enough fiefs and, you know, territory and such to actually make money from them. One game that I was playing as the Sultanate, I had it was late game, like like 2 years had passed or something, and I had like 2 castles and like 4 villages or something. I was making something like ridiculous, like 10,000 a week or something, which I know it's not actually that much money, but when you don't have to do anything to get the money and you can support your own army while you're getting like 10,000 dinars a week, it's great. I have not been able to reproduce it since, although the longest game I've played so far has been a mere 400 days, as opposed to like the 800 days I played on the other one. So I'm about halfway there. And the main problem, well, one of the reasons why I did so well is because I got the king. He really liked me, so he gave me a lot of territory. So I'm gonna have to work on my relationship with the king in this game, because once we conquer territory, I'm gonna want him to like me. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get any of the territory as a fief. Which means, of course, I won't have the income, and even with my current single fief, it's really not a whole lot of money that you get from just one. Like, I get like 500, 600, which isn't bad. If I had like 6 of them or something, then I would be fine. But I don't have 6 of them, not even close. I have, you know, 1. And once this prosperity increases, of course, then it'll be even better, but I have to wait for that to happen, and if it gets looted, that won't happen at all, which is, you know, bad, because I want it to increase. So we're attacking this dude because he doesn't have many troops, and we have allies anyway. So, I mean, this is going to be a pretty simple guaranteed victory. We have more troops than him out, it seems. It's kind of weird. because his army is definitely larger than, and by him I mean our ally, not the enemy. The enemy, of course, doesn't have very many. But because I would have thought that our ally would have more troops out than we would, because he has a larger army than we do. So naturally, he would be able to field more of his troops than we would. But apparently, that's not the case. Maybe it's because we attacked, and therefore we got the priority for troops, which I don't really want. I don't want the priority because, you know, my troops are not very good. As you have repeatedly seen, as they get slaughtered, my troops are not good. So the fact that there are more of my troops, although now I'm looking at his army, he has a lot of peasants too, but the fact that there are more of my troops than of my allies' troops does not bode well for the casualty count. I'm still sure we'll win, just based on how many people we have. We've like 324, I believe that said, against his meager like 30 or something like that. I don't know, it was something small, insignificant, and something we could easily beat, probably on our own even. I would say on our own, but then again, there are many things I thought we could beat on our own, and yet it seems we are incapable of beating a whole lot of anything on our own, which is, you know, kind of annoying actually. But once we get some better troops, we'll do better. So, yeah. And we're just going to keep following our allies' army here. Keep following them forwards until we can attack the enemy, and then we're just going to sort of beat them in because we have some more troops than them. And there's our lord friend on his proud horse. Sadly, we can't ride a horse because our riding skill is too low. Actually, I believe our riding skill is non-existent, even. And there's their army. And my people are doing this really weird spread out thing, so I was just like, you know, whatever, might as well. Let's just charge. So now we're just going to attack them. I'm going to, of course, do what I normally do, which is go around the back and stab them. You know, the honorable thing to do. So, here I am, doing the honorable thing, getting like 1,000 kills. Well, not 1,000, obviously, but it is a very significant number of kills that you can get by just going into the back and stabbing them. Which I like, because that's usually what I do in most Mount of Blade. I was gonna say Mount of Blade games, but there's only been 3 Mount of Blade games. But in most Mount of Blade mods, rather, or all saves, I guess. What I do is I just wait for my people to engage from the front, then I go around the back and I start hacking at them. You can rack up a bunch of kills like that, which is very nice. So, yeah, and there's some crappy loot. Probably because we shared it with the other lord, but yeah. So you can rack up a ton of kills, and it's really useful for your troops too, because this way they don't have to fight. You know, they have to fight like 6 fewer people or 5 fewer people, or however many you managed to kill. Of course, I don't know how many I got in that battle exactly, because I don't really count. But and in clutcher. Anyway. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, archer troops cost a lot of money, and it is difficult to get money because the only real way is to sell the prisoners that we get. Which, although it does work, oh, and there's one of our people who I want to have come back. I mean, because it does work to sell prisoners, but that means you have to keep fighting, which means you have to keep finding lords' armies you can take down, and that is not every lord army, as you know, because my troops are really bad, as you know. Therefore, it's hard to find lord armies that you can take down. So if you can't find lord armies, it's really hard to find armies at all. And I'm just going to recruit this guy because I need more companions. I need them to do things. I need them to train. I need them to pathfind because I lost a bunch of my companions, right? So I need all my companions back now. Yeah. So. Okay, anyway, yeah, there's this thing there for a second. And here's another bunch of archers, which, honestly, they didn't perform so well in the last battle, but, I mean, there isn't really another way, is there? I mean, I need more troops, and archers are better than peasants. I might as well take them. I'm gonna have plenty of peasants. It's not like I'm gonna, like, run out of peasants or something. So, we're just gonna recruit the archers, and wait, and then, you know, they'll have to be good enough, because we don't have anything else. And I mean, it's really hard to get troops. I definitely think it's too hard to train troops. And actually, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I haven't shown this yet. But the troops, they're the peasants, not just any troops. The peasants, they're level 15 which is why it's so hard to train them, because they're level 15, unlike normal peasants, which I don't know exactly what level they are, but they're not 15. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I went a little bit long, didn't quite notice, so thanks for watching.